Hello guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Time to tackle Mancera and the Prestigium line. The fragrance we'll be looking at today is this amazing, gorgeous, what can I say? It's a beauty. It's a beauty on its own. It's called Black Prestigium. So before I start the review, always give credit to where it's due. If not for this channel Centrifugal Force by Eric Hill, the awesome dude who is the master of Mancera House. If not for him, I wouldn't discover this house at all. Yes, obviously, sure that many reviewers talked about Mancera, they gave it love, but he's the one who's like sort of like introduced me to this wonderful house. They're great bang for the buck. I started with lemon line, now I own 10. I have the gold prestigium that I talked about a few days back, and I'll be talking about black prestigium, and pink prestigium is on the way. And all this prestigium line, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, only one of the reviews of each fragrance only available on YouTube. That's why they are not that well known. So I believe the credit goes to Eric, and I would like to put my review out there. So I believe few other reviewers will check this out. Many people will check these fragrances out and talk about it, so others get to know. So the Mancera house, what I really believe, they have a lot of fragrances. I believe there, I don't know how many are there. It's like a lot of fragrances, and they have different lines. The blue line, the ones that look like golden juice. They have the oud line, and they have the newer ones, the tobacco ones. I believe I got the best of them because I've been seeing reviews after reviews. I got Black Gold, Sicily, awesome Mancera Citadel Boise. So great fragrances like that. So every single fragrance I bought from Mancera so far, none of them disappointed, and it'll be very difficult to pick. Like, let's say if I put them all in order, like top 10, very difficult. So yes, let me start with the presentation, then I'll tell you uh, how that smells, this fragrance, and who is it for, performance, occasion, season, and then I'll show you some fragrances. If you love those, I believe you might appreciate this fragrance. Okay, so here's the beautiful box. The box comes a little bit different than the rest of them. It's a nice sort of a golden stripe, like in the here, and then it's black. It has some pattern like Mancera Citadel Boise. It has some pattern going on. The back, made in France. This 120 ml EDP concentration, and these are like I think the highest line of Mancera fragrances, because the usual ones, they don't have the premium bottle. I'll tell you what I mean. Okay, so it's a very nice looking box, very premium, posh, and it comes with usual Manceras, like other Manceras. The line ones, I believe, Prestigium lines, they have this. I don't know if the Prestigium line, whatever line, they have the black and that gold two-tone. It's a nice sort of pouch. You can carry the fragrance around. Always remember, when you try to take out the fragrance for the first time, push it from below and then take it out. Do not pull it by the cap, or what I say, what I mean, like, do not grab here. Let me show you. Actually, I talked about it in last video. Do not grab here when it's inside the pouch and try to pull it out. Sometimes it's so airtight, you might break actually the neck. Then you'll have massive loss, right, and regret. So nice little pouch on each Mancera, very convenient. At the side it says Mancera here, Mancera Paris. So the stunning thing here is, like, this line is, my camera wouldn't pick it up, I believe, it won't do justice, but look at the shade. It looks like Armani Code Profumo sort of a pattern going on. It's very dark up top. It goes slowly like brownish, nice little fade here, beautiful, almost like Armani Code Profumo. Let me show you, because yeah, sometimes it's nice to see. Visualization is important. If I put my Armani Code Profumo side by side, you can see the fade sort of kind of like the same, but I'm not saying they copied Armani Code Profumo bottle. They have their own stunning looking bottle. They all look the same, but here the difference is, this other Manceras, they don't have this metal plate like the Prestigium line. So it says, you can see Mancera Black Prestigium, M for Mancera Paris, and this bottom it says EDP 125 ml, the size and concentration. So very beautiful looking bottle. It has a golden and this black ambery color. Bottom, you're gonna get your sticker and batch code, M up top. So this is like a sort of screw on. If you are not familiar with the Mancera house, do not ever try to pull it off. You always should take it out and then put it back. So another caution is, my, like, the gold Prestigium that I own here, this one, the cap is kind of funny, because I don't know if it's all Manceras, but sometimes it looks like some of these caps, it looks like it's set and it's like closed, but actually it's not. So what you have to do, you have to really go, make sure you have to go, like, put the screw really tight, because this has one less thread than the other Manceras. Okay, so that's it. So yeah, very nice looking, premium looking bottle. Here's the Atomizer. So I've been wearing this because since it's cloudy and it's a winter fragrance. Let me be very clear. This is a winter fragrance. This is a heavy fragrance. It's a very serious fragrance. You cannot be like messing around with this fragrance. This is the highest order. So this fragrance I've been wearing one spray. This fragrance, always remember, one spray rule. Anywhere you apply, I'll show you. So I've been wearing this here. The dry down is pretty evident now, and it's going very strong after 6 hours. Okay, like not 6, 5 hours sort of. So yes, the sprayer is very good. I don't want to spray this here, but wearing something, I don't want to spray it. The sprayer's all right. So that's basically the fragrance. Okay, the presentation. So the prices on these are, they vary. I used to hear they used to cost 170, 180, up to 200 US dollars. Now, thanks to some discounter sites, I think Mancera is discounting some of the older collection. I don't know. So you can get pretty much this below $100 now. Okay, and you're gonna get fantastic value. First of all, that's it. The 120 mil, for the price you get, it's the designer price, and you're gonna get very, very most part very long lasting perfumes. They're high on perfume oil concentration. It's already a win. So the main important thing is the smell. So first of all, this is winter fragrance season. Second of all, is it unisex? I think it's a very aggressive sort of fragrance. It's very high class, luxurious fragrance. You can watch Eric's review. He said everything pretty much one need to say about it, but just gonna add my own thoughts. This one you shouldn't do overspray. You might think I want to project, I want to be beast mode. This fragrance is beast mode, guys. You don't have to double the beast mode and then it's gonna be like a whole mode. I'm sorry, I don't want to use bad words, curse words, but don't always every single time. You have to know the application of every single fragrance. They are different on each fragrance. So this one I enjoy one, maximum two sprays. One under your shirt on the chest. Okay, if you're wearing it. One maybe somewhere in the hand, here, or maybe back of your neck, but try to keep it away from your nose. Do not spray here. This fragrance don't spray here, or somewhere like behind your ears. Do not do that. This is not. You want to keep it away from this area. Okay. So this fragrance, upon first spray, you do not have to bring your hand next to your nose to smell it. It will come to you. Okay. It's very, very potent juice, and I do not. This is actually supposed to be a close cousin or sister, as Eric says, of one of the Mondel fragrances. I didn't try it, so I don't want to comment. But this fragrance, what it gave me, I'll tell you. So first of all, longevity and projection, beast mode. This is, even if you wear in the summer, it's gonna like stay on your shirt for days. Okay, on your skin, you have to really like whole working day. It finishes, evening finishes. You can still detect it after 10 plus hours, easily 10 plus hours in our conditions. I don't know about good weather conditions like in overseas, when you have like European conditions, it's gonna last like one day plus. But our condition, let's say 8 to 10 hours easy on the skin. On the shirt, it's gonna last days. Is it masculine or feminine? It depends. Fragrances are actually subjective. Performance, smell. To me, what I sniff from it, I think this is it could be done both ways. Like both genders can wear it, but it's very, very heavy fragrance. So I think more men would like it, but sometimes women may like it too. Now how it smells. The fragrance, when you spray it first time, you will be actually scared. Honestly speaking, if you do not have any experience with any oud, or you haven't tried that many oud fragrance, I'm not an oud specialist, but I have quite a few. I'll show you those. If you like those, you might appreciate this. So this is more like a fruity, dark, floral oud, and the oud is very, very evident. You cannot miss the oud. This fragrance, even if you hide it, if you're hiding somewhere, people will trace you. Like someone's wearing cologne, and this is very, very the potent juice. It's really potent. So yes, the notes I get from it is oud. The very, very forefront is oud, but it's not your skanky oud. Even though it opens up very, very strong and bombastic, but the dry down will go very beautiful. It will go very, very. The dry down will, it will be as good as those premium niche fragrances you see out there. I haven't sniffed that much, but this smells very, very premium. And oud, apart from oud, you're gonna get some fruity notes. I get sort of like a, I'll talk about the fruity notes a bit later. I get also some rose, and I get a little bit of maybe darkness and pepper, like patchouli and pepper. It's kind of peppery on the opening. And then yes, the fruity note I was trying to remember is apricots. I get apricots. It says lot of fruits, but I get apricots. You know, they put the apricots in a jar, you process them, and open it and smell it. Sometimes like fig and apricot, you know, those fruits, and you store them inside some syrup and stuff. But the apricot smells really, really good. So this one on a dry down, you're gonna smell those fruity notes. So yes, it gets very beautiful. You have to really be patient with this fragrance. This kind of fragrance, you cannot judge it on the first half an hour, 1 hour, even 2 hours. Yeah, it becomes really, really posh and premium. You know, it's like ideal to wear it for, if you're going for something holy journey at night time. If you're wearing a suit, you can suit it up. For formal occasion, it smells like the boss. Seriously, this one doesn't smell your flip-flops and 3/4. You have to really dress it up. That kind of fragrance. This other fragrance I tried from Mancera was the oud, or the oud. So that I didn't buy because of this. This actually feels like that premium version, more complex version of the oud from Mancera. So here are some fragrances. If you like those, if you've tried them, maybe you can try this. Very first fragrance I will show you is this another niche fragrance. It's from the house of, this is called St. Dupont, okay? And they have the designer and niche line. I have this only one. I want to get all of them from this line, but very pricey. So I have oud at sandal. This is sandalwood and oud, okay? Like oud, rose, incense and sandalwood. It's very, very long lasting beast mode. It's almost very close to interlude man. That's why I do not buy interlude man. So this one has some oud in it. That reminds me of that darkness of it. Then second one I'll show you, this all premium ones, okay? Kasamat by Rasasi. This is Morhaf, okay? So this has some fruitiness as oud. It's very polished, but it definitely can tell this is a Middle Eastern kind of fashion fragrance, but not as animalic, not as skanky. Next I'll show you, but next one is not exactly similar, but the blend of the quality of Makkah blend from Abdul Samad Al Qureshi. If you know this premium fragrance, look at that bottle. That one, if you did dig Kalimat Black, if you thought this is beautiful, those who haven't, I really urge you, try it. As well as, I do not own Oud Isfahan, but I own a clone. That is Oud Touch. On the dry down, it gets very, very beautiful, and it's very, very, very addictive scent. It's just something about it, So I have another, I told you, I have the impression from Dubai one, the clone house is Cranford House. So they made a Oud Isfahan sort of impression, but pretty much, like the smell, longevity is great. So if you like those sort of oud, like kind of fragrances, you're gonna really enjoy this. But this is, let me tell you, is a very mature fragrance. It's not a child's play. You cannot play with this. You cannot like simply go out there and have fun, and then the dates even. You have to be very careful with the application. You have to respect this fragrance, or it's gonna go just behind you, and you're just gonna feel some pressure right at your ear. So yes, Black Prestigium, definitely highest order. It's on the highest of the highest in the line of the Mancera line. Really, I think this is a fragrance everyone must try at least once. Gold Prestigium, I would say, is more safer. It's a bit more playful, got more sweetness, a little bit more fruitiness and floral. This right here is serious business. You love it or you hate it, but if you give it time, you'll understand the complexity and beauty of this fragrance. So Black Prestigium, longevity, projection, 11 out of 10. Smell, in my knowledge, in my book, whatever I sniffed until now, it's an A, 10 out of 10. But for those people, it's like right in the middle. Like people who just joined the fragrance game, you like your designers, you like your sweet Ambroxan, this is right in the middle, okay? Try it, do not blind buy it. Versatility, I think this is a cold weather scent, true and true, but when it rains, like in Bangladesh right now, cloudy, every time I find an opportunity, I wear it. This daytime, nighttime, cold weather, it's so good. It goes like nicely, slowly to the next phase, the mid and the base. All right, age for it, mature age, definitely. It's a mature nose, I would say, rather mature nose. If you're 16 even, but if you have a mature nose, you can appreciate it. The oud in this is lovely. All right, so it's not just oud, plain oud. It has a lot more going on. Really love this fragrance. Okay, overall, I'm gonna give this perfect 10 once again, but it's just in my book. But for you guys out there, I would say it's a daring fragrance. Definitely try it, and if you like it, if you like oud, you can appreciate this kind of fragrance. Very, 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 very premium. You can smell the quality. Mancera Black Prestigium. So wait till I get my pink Prestigium, then I'll do my top 10 Manceras. Take care, guys. That's all I have for today. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.